Not long ago, the Braxton family drama took center stage when Tamar Braxton reportedly blocked her sister Toni on social media, a move that Toni only discovered when she attempted to tag Tamar on her birthday. Sources close to the family suggested there was more to the story, with whispers that Tamar had been spreading negative rumors about Toni, particularly regarding her relationship with Birdman. The speculation was that Tamar's actions might be tied to ongoing tensions, possibly fueled by jealousy or unresolved issues. The narrative that emerged painted a picture of a family rift, with Tamar allegedly claiming Toni's marriage to Birdman was a calculated move for financial gain, given Toni's well-documented financial struggles. This situation has sparked widespread curiosity about the dynamics between the Braxton sisters and the motivations behind their actions. The Braxton family has long been in the public eye thanks to their reality show, Braxton Family Values, which has chronicled their highs and lows. Recently, Tamar's behavior has drawn significant attention. She deactivated her social media accounts after a series of emotional posts on X, where she described her family as toxic and expressed frustration with her life. In these now deleted posts, Tamar hinted at personal struggles, mentioning a need to return to treatment and expressing hope that her marriage could be saved. She also voiced regret about returning to the family's reality show, suggesting it had exacerbated her issues. These outbursts were not isolated incidents, but part of a broader pattern of tension within the family, particularly between Tamar and her sisters. One specific point of contention involved Tamar's role in her sister Tawanda's wedding. Tamar revealed she was asked to be Tawanda's maid of honor, but felt the invitation lacked sincerity. According to Tamar, she was excluded from key events like the bridal shower and was only informed of her role via a last-minute text. Meanwhile, Toni and Trina were heavily involved in the wedding planning, which made Tamar feel sidelined. Tamar also pointed to ongoing issues with Tawanda's husband, whom she accused of speaking negatively about her and stirring up drama. These feelings of exclusion and betrayal led Tamar to skip the wedding entirely, further straining her relationships with her sisters. The rift between Tamar and Toni, however, seems to run deeper. Reports suggest their issues began sometime last year, culminating in Toni discovering she was blocked by Tamar on social media when she tried to tag her on her birthday. Toni addressed the situation publicly, expressing disappointment but still wishing Tamar a happy birthday. Tamar, in response, accused Toni of gaslighting, pointing out that Toni could have reached out directly via phone. To support her claim, Tamar shared screenshots of recent text messages between them, showing they had been in contact just a day before the birthday incident. These conflicting accounts have left fans wondering when and how this particular feud began. At the heart of the drama is the allegation that Tamar has been spreading rumors about Toni's relationship with Birdman, suggesting Toni married him for financial security. Toni and Birdman's relationship has been a roller coaster, marked by public breakups, reconciliations, and a secretive marriage. The couple first sparked marriage rumors years ago, but Toni repeatedly delayed wedding plans, citing work commitments. In 2019, their relationship appeared to end when Birdman posted a cryptic "It's over" message on Instagram and removed all photos of Toni from his account. Toni, in turn, shared a post about starting a new chapter, implying a fresh start. However, the two reconciled shortly after appearing together at Toni's tour stop in Atlanta. The most shocking twist came in 2023 when court documents revealed that Toni and Birdman had secretly married on August 8th, only to separate 2 days later on August 10th. Toni filed for divorce 2 weeks after the wedding, describing the marriage as irretrievably broken. Yet, in a surprising turn, Toni withdrew the divorce petition in January 2025, with Birdman's approval, meaning they remain legally married. Despite this, signs point to a strained relationship. Neither Toni nor Birdman has been seen wearing a wedding ring, and they've removed photos of each other from their social media accounts. This tumultuous timeline has fueled speculation that Toni's motives for marrying Birdman were financial, especially given her history of money troubles. Toni Braxton's financial struggles are well documented. Despite her success as one of the most iconic R&B artists of all time, with hits like "Unbreak My Heart" and albums that sold millions, Toni has faced significant financial challenges. Her debut album, Toni Braxton, released in 1993, topped the Billboard 200 and sold 10 million copies, driven by singles like "Breathe Again" and "Another Sad Love Song." Her follow-up album, Secrets, was equally successful, with "Unbreak My Heart" becoming one of the best-selling singles ever. Over her career, Toni has released 9 studio albums, the most recent in 2020, and generated over $170 million in record sales for her label, Arista. However, Toni earned less than 35 cents per album due to exploitative recording contracts. In 1998, Toni filed for bankruptcy after suing Arista, claiming she received less than $2,000 in royalties while being forced to cover expenses like clothes, travel, studio time, and music video costs. She faced further humiliation when accused of fraudulently transferring $53,490 to her then-husband, Kerry Lewis, to avoid repaying creditors. Toni later described the 1998 Oprah interview as a turning point in her career, feeling that Oprah was judgmental and condescending about her financial situation. The interview, meant to garner sympathy, instead left Toni feeling belittled, particularly when Oprah questioned her about rumors of extravagant spending, like owning Gucci flatware. Toni faced bankruptcy again in 2010, this time due to health issues. Diagnosed with microvascular angina and lupus, she was forced to cancel a lucrative Las Vegas residency, and her insurance did not cover the losses. Toni explained that artists bear significant costs for performances, including lighting, band salaries, and travel, leaving her with little profit. In 2019, her financial woes continued when the IRS filed a lien against her for $340,252.99 in back taxes, followed by a California tax lien of $116,154.64, totaling nearly $500,000 in debt. Throughout these struggles, Toni has carried the burden of supporting her family. She has spoken about feeling responsible for her mother and siblings, particularly after her parents' divorce. Toni revealed that none of her siblings, except Tamar, contributed to their mother's care, leaving Toni to handle expenses like car insurance and housing. This responsibility, coupled with her financial and health challenges, has been a heavy weight. Given this context, some speculate that Toni's brief marriage to Birdman was a strategic move to stabilize her finances, a narrative that Tamar is allegedly promoting. The idea that Toni married Birdman for money has gained traction due to her financial history and the short-lived nature of their marriage. Birdman, a successful music mogul, has been a significant figure in Toni's life, and their relationship has been marked by lavish gestures, like Birdman gifting Toni a Bentley truck. However, the secrecy surrounding their marriage and quick separation has raised eyebrows. Some sources claim Birdman confronted Tamar about her alleged comments, suggesting he's protective of Toni and unwilling to tolerate family drama. Whether Tamar's actions stem from genuine belief in this narrative or a reaction to personal grievances with Toni remains unclear. The Braxton family's dynamics have always been complex, with their reality show amplifying their personal and professional struggles. Tamar's recent behavior, including her social media meltdown and decision to skip Tawanda's wedding, points to deep-seated issues. Her claim that her family is toxic and her regret over returning to Braxton family values suggests she feels trapped by the family's public persona. Meanwhile, Toni's challenges, financial, health-related, and familial, paint a picture of a woman under immense pressure whose decisions, like her brief marriage to Birdman, are scrutinized and sensationalized. As the next season of Braxton Family Values approaches, the drama between Tamar and Toni is likely to be a focal point. The show has thrived on the sisters' ability to navigate personal conflicts in the public eye, and this latest feud is no exception. Whether Tamar's alleged comments about Toni's marriage are rooted in truth, jealousy, or a desire for attention is a matter of speculation. What's clear is that the Braxton sisters' relationships are fraught with tension, and their public disputes keep fans and critics alike invested in their story. The broader context of Toni's career and personal life adds layers to this narrative. Her rise to fame in the 1990s as a powerhouse R&B artist was meteoric, but the music industry's exploitative practices left her with little to show for her success. Her health struggles, including lupus, have further complicated her ability to maintain financial stability. Meanwhile, Tamar, as the youngest sister, has carved her own path in music and reality TV, often positioning herself as the outspoken, dramatic counterpart to Toni's more reserved demeanor. Their differing personalities and approaches to fame may contribute to their strained relationship.